Hello, everyone. This is your market update for Monday, September 22nd. Starting with this week's economic calendar, not a lot going on. Got several Fed governors and presidents speaking throughout the week. Tuesday, Chairman Powell will speak at 12:35. Wednesday, new home sales. Thursday, we'll get the third revision to GDP for second quarter, as well as existing home sales. And the big day will probably be Friday when we will get PCE and core PCE for August, anticipated on a monthly level at 0.3% and 0.2%, respectively. Today, going to start with the reverse repo down to 11 billion. I think the lowest level in like over 4 years, probably. So this is pretty much empty. So we'll see. This could start to cause liquidity issues throughout the market. Keep an eye on that. Over to the dollar, currently at 97.49. Formed a swing low on the Fed day. Got some upside follow through. Now we got to see if we can get above this trend line. If we can, and we get a couple strong closes above 98, then that would support more upside, which would probably be a headwind for metals and miners. If it were to roll over and take out last week's low, then I'd say the dollar is probably doomed and going to continue its downside trajectory. This is a post from Jim Bianco. This is the year-to-date total return for gold, basically. And right now, this is the second best year in the last 50 years. So currently, well, this was back on September 18th. Gold was up 37.31%. The only year that was outpacing it was in 1979 when gold ended the year up 132%. So this is the second best year in 50 years. So that's a good sign for gold, and that's probably helping miners do so well. Over to the gold chart, currently trading at $3,749. Another new all-time high, getting some upside follow through. Almost to that $3,800 target in futures here from the triangle pattern. There's nothing to say prices have to stop there. And if the dollar breaks lower, below last week's low, then I think there's probably not much stopping gold from hitting 4,000 here in the coming months. Silver currently trading at $43.71. Futures did breach $44, hit $44.11 in earlier trading. We're kind of at the point here in silver where we could see this really start to take off. Really, I mean, there's not much resistance between here and $50, especially if we get through that 45 level. So I think we could probably test $50 before year end. I don't think we'll break through there on the first attempt, but anything's possible in these markets. Platinum currently trading at $1,421, kind of consolidating here after hitting 1,500 back in July. Need to get some upside follow through above the upper boundary here. Really probably got to take out the 1460 level to get this moving to the upside. I think 1800 is probably the next target if we get a decisive breakout. Over to GDX, finished up 5.19% on Friday, helped by a really strong move in Barrick. We'll see if we get some upside follow through here. But yeah, we started an accelerated uptrend here in late August, and looks like we're going to head higher. If we look over at the weekly chart, I'm trying to figure out what the next target might be. And if you take the depth of the 4-year base and you add it to the breakout, that supports a move towards $85 plus or minus a few dollars. So from here at 72.36, that would be another, probably close to 15% rally from here, which seems excessive, but anything's possible here. So that's the next, I guess, logical target around 85 if this continues to the upside. Over to Bitcoin, currently trading at $112,710. We're back below the 50-day EMA. September's usually not a great month for Bitcoin, so I was expecting maybe a low here in September before that final rally. I thought maybe the low occurred early in the month, but we could see a low in the latter part of the month as well before we get that final rally. But ultimately, I still expect one more move to new all-time highs in the fourth quarter before this ends. What would change my mind is if we look over here on the weekly chart, we have divergences here. So at into the 2021 top, we had prices make higher high, but the MFI and the MACD diverged negatively. We have pretty much the same thing happening now. Prices made a higher high into August, and we have a negative divergence in the MACD as well as the MFI. So if we get progressive closes back below the 50 week simple moving average, then that would pretty much confirm a top in my view and a new bear market in Bitcoin. Right now, that moving average is at 98,977. So we'll call it 99,000. So we'd have to drop significantly, another 12 to 15%, but before that's a concern. But right now, I think we could see probably one more low in September before that final rally. And I'll be watching this 50-week SMA if prices do continue lower. So that's it for now. Have yourself a wonderful week, and we'll talk to you later.